Okay, so let's get to it. And then I've got a demo for you. We might go over a little bit, but it's optional. It'll be recorded. If you want to drop off at the hour, that's perfectly fine. No problem at all. You just watch the recording. So if you have children who have reached the age of 3 or 4 or 5, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about because you've watched them evolve. You personally may have forgotten what it feels like to learn without any shame or any hesitation to be completely selfish in the way you're consuming time around you. I have a daughter, she's 4.5. If she could get me to play with her and read books to her 20 hours a day, she would do it without any hesitation. She would do it. She is totally and utterly selfish and has been for a couple of years, and it's necessary because otherwise I might get too distracted with work or, my own deal. She reminds me it's my primary job to help her learn and grow and develop. And so I'm telling you now, your best stance is that of a 3-year-old child this week. Get what you need to get. You don't need to ask anybody's permission. If you're confused, make sure somebody knows about it. If you need help, make sure somebody hears about it. Me, Sasha, or anybody on your team, anybody else in the cohort. Okay? That's important for this to work out. You've really got to be shamelessly selfish. And of course, we have people from all over the world, from different cultures here. Just to be absolutely clear, you will never hear Sasha or me try and catch you or trick you or judge you or make fun of you if you ask a question which is maybe a basic question or a beginner question. Never going to happen, not once. In fact, that's not allowed. So commit yourself now, please, to being shamelessly selfish to get what you need and being sustainably generous to give back to this community if you know something and you can help other people. Okay? Hopefully this feels welcoming and exciting for everybody. In the end, this is a race together for us to learn. The competition is us as a team against confusion and overwhelming odds and a significant amount of work. We're all in this together, moving through this. So Shankar is asking, when you say about building the contracts from the bottom up in Scratch, do we need to come up with an idea and build a smart contract on that, or the requirements will be given? It's up to you, Shankar. I'm happy to help you with requirements. There are several sample projects there, maybe 15 in total that you can draw inspiration from. If you want to try a variant on one of those ideas, that's perfectly fine. It should be like meaningfully original work, obviously. And you're going to have to explain the differences, right? So you don't just want to clone one of the projects and tweak a name of a variable or something and call it original. That's not going to fly. So I would prefer that you come up with your own design, but naturally the solution space is going to kind of shrink as we have more people, more cohorts, right? In the last project, there were 2 or 3 demos that were actually quite similar in terms of the problem they were solving. You'll see that if you look at the demos. My hope is that you'll come up with something that's exciting and interesting for you. If you want some suggestions, I'm happy to give you suggestions. Other people will be also giving suggestions. But more to the point, when you get with your group today, you should come up with the idea today. In the next 24 hours, you should figure out, what are you going to build? Don't wait until Wednesday or Thursday. It's too late at that point. So decide on some idea, ask for help today or tomorrow. In the next 24 hours, you want to settle on the idea and actually start working on it. So how will this week progress? How much time should I commit? How do I spend my time? How do I ask for help? What if I fall behind? What if I get sick or busy? And then the progress here and outcomes. So let's talk very briefly about this, just 1 minute on each of these here: expectations, progress, and outcomes. So today we meet. At the end of this meeting, you'll form groups. In those groups, you'll spend the week working to produce a demo, learning, asking questions, helping each other, and growing together. You should commit as much time as you need. If you're an Ethereum developer with a couple of years of experience building and shipping applications to mainnet Ethereum, it'll probably take you an hour a day of focused work to knock this course out of the park. You're going to spend most of your time in the first 2 or 3 days rearranging your mental models about Ethereum development versus near development. That's a professional blockchain developer. Maybe an hour a day you can do this, no problem. A senior developer, 5-10 years of experience, it's going to take you 2 hours, maybe 4 hours a day, depending on how deep you want to go, actually. A junior developer, 6 hours, 4 to 6 minimum, I would say, for a junior dev, maybe out of boot camp, up to maybe 10 hours a day. That's what's going to be necessary in order to get over the hump of being disoriented by all the moving parts. And the sooner you put in that work earlier in the week, the easier everything will become. Okay, so hopefully that helps. How do you ask for help? You'll see in the Discord, there's a help channel, a global help channel. There is a day channel, day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then your group channel. So if you're stuck with something about your group, ask in the group channel. Maybe escalate it to the day channel. If you're stuck with something about the day, just ask it right there. Other people will be wondering the same thing. If it's a general help question, ask in help. And you're always welcome to go to near.chat. It's the main Near Discord server where we have 1,000 people in that community, and ask there, no problem. So that's the help protocol. If you fall behind or get sick or busy, it's no problem. We're not going to slow down for you. There are no heroes among us. We're all moving through the same struggle. Just come back in a couple of weeks. You're more than welcome. I would recommend for progress, you do the same thing every day. Pick a problem today that you're struggling with and check it again and again every single day. Give yourself 15, 20 minutes to look at the same contract that was confusing from today and see how it feels like. Tomorrow it will be easier. Wednesday it will be very easy. By Thursday, you probably could write it yourself. And outcomes. We discussed L1 versus LV. So you get a demo end of the week, that's L1. Pass the 60-minute interview next week, that's L1V. By yourself, you should be surveying code, reading through the code, maybe cloning repos, running tests, things like that, right? Something on the order of a few hundred to 1,000 lines of code a day is what you want to be reading. You know, it's a lot of code. You don't need to understand every single line. The more that you get into your head early, the easier it'll be tomorrow and the day after to read through the code, because your mind will adjust to the syntax. So more code early is better for you, as much as you possibly can read, actually. You're going to be pairing, doing group work, maybe, sync and async with your team. Sometimes you'll jump on a Discord call to sort something out or whatever, no problem. And same start time, probably 60 minutes, 90 minutes with a group this big. And on Thursday, we'll ask you to commit. What is your demo? What's the name of your demo, the name of your team, and maybe some other details you'll find in the website when you go to submit your Thursday completion work.